Hi, welcome to SATAC's Year 12 Information Series, where we will give you the key things you need to know when applying to TAFE SA and university. We hope that this series is helpful, but as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us by phone, email, or in person, and we'll make sure that you get the help you need. In this first of 3 videos for current IB students, we're going to be covering the basics of university and TAFE SA admissions, including SATAC's role, where to find key information so that you can make informed decisions, and how the admissions process works for a school leaver like you. Let's start with a little bit about who we are and what we do here at SATAC. SATAC stands for the South Australian Tertiary Admissions Centre, and we have 3 core functions that relate to you. First, we provide comprehensive information about tertiary admissions. If you're wondering what courses you can apply for, how to apply for them, and what pathways you can use to get into them, you'll find all that information in one place, with SATAC. We also process applications for tertiary admissions across institutions in South Australia and the Northern Territory. That means one application covers all of our member institutions. And finally, we send your International Baccalaureate Admissions Score, or IBAS, to your school if you're completing the IB Diploma in SA or NT. Let's look at where to find what you need, starting with the SATAC website at satac.edu.au. It can tell you just about anything you need to know about applying with your IB Diploma, university and TAFE SA admissions, and all the options available to you. A great place to start is the section called Resources for Students. Once you're familiar with that, Course Search is the biggest feature and something that you should get very familiar with. You can think of Course Search as a live and constantly updated catalogue of courses that you can apply for with SATAC. If you can apply for it with SATAC, it's in Course Search. You'll also find it inside your application when searching for preferences. So how do we use Course Search? I'll show you. Let's say you're interested in computer science. Now that's a pretty broad field, and there are any number of different courses that you can study to do with computer science. So how do you know what your options are? Well, the filters in Course Search will let you narrow or broaden your searches to specific institutions, intakes, and a whole load of other options. 2 filters that are really important for you are year of admission and level of study. You will need to select next year, as that's when you would start, and undergraduate or TAFE SA. For our example here, I'm going to choose undergraduate and TAFE SA because I want to keep my options open. Now we have an overview of all of your options, a bit of a summary and key information about each course. And then you can click through to the institution's website to learn more about each course in detail. By having all the courses that align with your interests and what you want to do in one place, you'll hopefully be able to make more informed choices about the courses that you decide to apply for. Let's look now at the details of a course. A course entry includes lots of important information that we'll expect that you, as an applicant, will have read through before you apply for that course. Because there's a lot of information, I'll quickly run you through the key features. To begin with, you'll find some basic information about the course, how long it takes, where you'll study, whether you have choices for full or part-time. An intake is just the time of year when you would start the course, for example, semester 1. Keep in mind each institution might have different semester or trimester systems, and not all courses have multiple intakes. Course closing dates are set by the institutions, not by SATAC, and once it's closed, we can't do anything to open it back up for you. If the course only has 1 intake, you'd be waiting a whole extra year to apply for the course. You can also see if a course is deferrable. Deferring a course basically means that you're delaying your start. If you want to take a gap year, work, travel, or even volunteer, but you want your university place sorted first, you can elect to apply, and if you receive an offer, you can then defer. The university will hold that place for you for an agreed period of time, after which you can just take up the deferred place. Once you've looked through the administrative information, you'll see a description of the course along with a link to the institution's page for that course on their website. It's a really good idea to follow that link and get more information right from the source. Admission criteria are the things that you need to be eligible for a course. For some courses, in the secondary section, you'll see a little table here called an ATAR profile. We're going to talk about this in detail in video number 3, so stay tuned for a breakdown on what this is telling you. One of the things that can be really confusing about the application process is who to actually get help from when you have a problem. Here at SATAC, we can help you understand the application process. That includes selecting your courses and filling out your application, providing documents if you need to, knowing deadlines for when you need to do things, and ensuring that you're set up to be as competitive as possible. We can also help you with questions about how your IB results have been used to generate your combined rank, which lets you compete alongside other Year 12 applicants. If you have any other questions regarding the IB Diploma program, we recommend speaking to your school counsellor and perhaps the IBO. The institutions are the ones who can help you with academic advice and pathway options. So sometimes people don't quite get the rank that they were hoping for, and they find themselves not competitive for their chosen course. The institutions are really great at giving advice on how to get to your goals, but maybe in another way. They might suggest enrolling in pathway programs or foundation studies, or even a different award that you could transfer from, among other things. It's always worth speaking to them about your goals and seeing whether they have any ideas. The institution will also manage extra requirements like the UCAT, portfolios, and auditions if they're applicable to your preferences. And finally, if you get an offer, the institution will take over from there and help you with enrolment. The last thing we're going to cover here is a basic overview of the application process. And for this example, we're going to follow Leo through his application. The first step is registration with SATAC. Leo does this nice and early, setting up his SATAC profile prior to the cycle opening. It's always available, free to register, and you can come back and start an application later. There's nothing stopping you from doing that right now. He ensures that he uses a personal email address in registering because his school email address will stop working after he graduates, and he's now ready for when the cycle opens in August. It's also a good idea to check and make sure that you've given the IBO permission to share your results with a third party. That's us. You can see that in your online portal. Now, the next step is research. Leo is particularly interested in music and arts management. Using Course Search to find all courses in music, creative industries, and business, he selects several that he likes the look of and uses the links to have a closer look at the institution's individual pages for each course on their website. Leo also takes the opportunity to read up about the institutions and to see whether they would suit him. Once he's done that, Leo then reads all the details in Course Search and the institution websites and makes sure he understands all of the rules for admission. From his research, he chooses his top 6 preferred courses. When the cycle opens, Leo double-checks his choices and loads them into his SATAC application in the order in which he wants to do them, with his favourite in position 1 down to his least favourite in position 6. He makes sure he submits and pays the application fee before the end of September to ensure he secures the lower early bird pricing. And if SATAC needs anything else to process his application, we'll send him an email to follow up. Come January, Leo is offered a place for one of his preferences. All the information he needs for enrolment is in his offer letter. Once this happens, Leo is in the capable hands of his chosen institution, and for now at least, his journey with SATAC is complete. Thanks for joining us. In video 2, we're going to share a few key tips with you on how to complete your application in detail.